Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Capricorn in mid-January 2021. What is going on, Capricorn? How are you guys doing? I hope that you are doing well. All right, guys, first off the bat, last time until next year, happy birthday, Capricorn. We are nearing the end of your season. Whenever your birthday is or was, I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have a grand time. I hope you're able to enjoy yourself to the fullest. Queen of Wands popping up here. You might be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Might be significant in your life, but you know, I'm not really getting into that, but that might be a synchronicity for maybe one or two of you. Anyway, Capricorn, again, happy birthday. If you missed anything for your birthday season, please make sure you check your playlist. There's a birthday reading for you that I did on the first day of your season back in December, technically, so I might have put it in the December 2020 playlist or the Capricorn 2020 playlist, so you might want to check there. I can't remember where I put it. And also I did your live last weekend. So if you missed any of that stuff and your January overview and all that stuff, go back and view it. Feel free to take a look-see, okay? Anyway, so aside from those well wishes and hoping you had a great time, what an interesting start to the year we've had here in the States. Capricorn, wherever you are in the world right now, please be safe, happy, healthy, and secure. That is my greatest wish for everybody on this freaking planet. And my further wish is that we make good choices as a collective of people on this planet, as a collective of hopefully very spiritually aware and conscious people, okay? Make good choices, treat people the way you want to be treated, be nice, be kind, okay? That's the bottom line, okay? I don't want to get too much into it because in earlier videos I might have gone off a little bit off the rails, and that's not my intention with this content on this channel. So, you know, I'm just trying to say it as best as I can, as diplomatically as I can, okay? So let's just go ahead and get into your reading, guys. At this time, the regular spiel shall begin. Capricorn, anything you want from me, it is in the description box. You want the timestamp, it's down there. Information on how to purchase a personal reading with me is down there. And if you have questions before you place an order for a personal, feel free to email me at the same address that you see listed there. We've got the Emperor popping out, so more fire sign energy, Aries specifically. So if you're tied to a fire sign right now, they're very demonstrative is what that feels like. It's not for everybody, but there is possibly someone in your life who keeps popping up, who doesn't want to be forgotten, who doesn't want to be left behind. Something like that is coming through. But again, take it with a grain of salt. It might not apply to more than half of you. Yeah, so questions, feel free to email me. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, the link for that is down there as well, okay? Let's do it, Capricorn. Let's get into your story. Let's find you some messages here with the tarot. So let's see messages for Capricorn in mid-January, please. What are the messages for Capricorn in mid-January? Please show me. We'll do a bridge. Feels like they want at least one. That's good. That's fine, they say. Excellent. All right, let's see what's going on. That was quick. 5 of Cups, okay. Ooh, I feel someone's like really afraid in that energy, like scared to go outside, which, you know, don't blame you. So 5 of Cups, something else, and at least one more, hopefully. King of Wands, fire sign. Okay. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius could be dealing, don't have to be, but that's 3 significant presents or cards coming up that show fire energy. You could have fire in your own chart, but let's see. 5 of Cups, disappointment, and again, I feel like there's like this big fear that's there. 3 of Wands, and then again the King of Wands energy. All right, Capricorn. Yeah, I feel like there is fear, disappointment, regret. Crying over spilled milk is something we sometimes say with the 5 of Cups, but it's deeper than that. There's like a deep sorrow, regret, anxiety here, unawareness or uncertainty of how to proceed, what to do, how to make heads or tails of this. This is like really dreary and unfortunately sad energy that I'm feeling with this 5 of Cups. And it could belong to you, could belong to someone else you're dealing with. I don't know where you are just yet. It's general. Flip yourself around and reinterpret this as much as you need to. Don't force it to fit, by the way, but if it resonates but it's a little off, go ahead and rearrange some parts, okay? Broken is what I get. Broken. And honestly, I hate using this phrase because I don't necessarily think it's the healthiest way to talk about ourselves and other people, but sometimes it's appropriate. I feel that someone here is a broken person because of what they've experienced emotionally as of late. Whatever that means, as of late. So whether that be the past few weeks, whether that be several years, I don't know. But there's something here where someone is like a little bit broken, a little bit shattered. Could be because of a considerable loss. When we see the Five of Cups, we see in this particular card, 5 cups are spilled over. In other depictions, it's usually 3 cups and 2 remain standing. But in this deck, all 5 are spilled. So there's some loss that has broken a person. Some change in their life, because 5s indicate change. 5s indicate challenges. 5s indicate sometimes chaotic energy, okay? But it's surmountable, so that's the benefit of the 5s, is that there are challenges that we can meet. It's in our capacity to do so. But this particular energy, this particular person is showing up as if they don't believe that, they don't understand that about themselves. They don't understand their own capacity for change, or their own capacity to deal with change, to be adaptable within the circumstance that they're in. So what do I sense? Just as an example, to illustrate it, this could be someone who, for whatever reason, their fault or not, or no fault of their own, I don't know, but this could be someone who lost a job, right? Or this could be someone who lost a loved one. Whether we have influence over those losses is regardless. The loss has occurred, and they have yet to recover. Again, whether it happened yesterday or 15 years ago, I don't know. And in this present moment, or wherever they're at in their own life, they've yet to figure out how to recuperate, how to get back on their own 2 feet, how to maintain, and I gotta be honest, because we're going to get into it with these other 2 cards, I feel. In many cases, as much as I'm saying it's regardless, I still believe that it does not matter whether we had a quote-unquote hand in this, or whether we're the cause of our own loss, or it's out of our control. The point is, the loss is the challenge, and how you react to the loss is where your attention needs to be, or whoever this is. It could be you, could be someone else, I'm not sure. So this person, instead of being, I suppose, in a way proactive or trying to find solutions, they're kind of dwelling. They're kind of in mourning, so to speak, whether that's, because of an actual loss of a person or something like that, but they're really not out of their suffering. And it feels very much within their control, but they don't believe it's in their control, okay? This is someone who has bad self-talk. They don't really give themselves affirmative talk. They might really feel a victim. And I'm not here to argue that, because it could be true. And yep, ooh, and they hit me in the throat. I don't like that. Don't do that again. It's like a tangy taste or sensation or something came to the back of my throat as soon as I said it could be because of other people. This positioning, or this belief of being a victim, or this feeling of being a victim. Okay, stop. Thank you. So the reason of how we got to being seen or felt or perceiving ourselves as a victim, that is the problem. And getting out of that, overcoming that, is the challenge, regardless of the details, okay? This is hard, but like I said earlier about 5s, surmountable. It's challenging, yes. It's difficult, yes. It's not where we want to be. It's not how we want to be, but it is how we are going to be for a moment. And that's the other thing. I think someone is like convinced like this moment will never end. This challenge, this chaos will never end. It's like looking at the artwork on the card. She's got her head bowed. She's upset about the spilled cups. And outside her door, there's a storm. Nowhere on this earth, well, maybe there is. I'm not a weather scientist or something like that. But nowhere on this earth is chaotic, displeasurable, dreary weather always going on. There is going to be a break in the storm. And that's when, we can kind of make headway. If we're using the storm as a metaphor for being in a depressed mood or being in a mood where we feel life is just a rotten bunch of apples and we've got no way out. Look for the break in the storm is what this is feeling like. But circumstance at hand with what's going on over here is making it very difficult for somebody else to do that. Okay. All right, Capricorn. Okay. Someone over here is really, I don't like it. I don't really like this. Whoever this is, I don't like them. Because this is, dirty. I feel here we have someone who may legit have committed an offense, whatever that means, in whatever context, this King of Wands, and is in the process of getting away with it. Okay? I feel this person is well connected because remember we had, what was the first one that came out? Was it the Queen? Yeah, we had the Queen of Wands come out. Then just before I laid this start to the spread, we had the Emperor come out. And then we have this King of Wands. I feel this person has connections that protects them from any backlash over the wrongdoing that they may have permitted or committed and perpetrated against the Five of Cups energy, the Five of Cups person. So this could be family, friend, lover. This could be someone you know professionally. This could be someone you know casually. This could be a perfect stranger. But there's some impact that this person has caused to this person over here, and they stand in a position of, well, so what? Or, I'm not really fussed. I'm not really bothered by how you're feeling. Basically, fuck your feelings. Now, that sucks on all levels, but I think for some of you, it sucks even worse because there is a potential that you know this person on a very personal level, on a very intimate level, on a very trusting level, because possibly you had a future with this person planned or you made future plans with this person. And the way it's going, because again, trapped in the storm, trapped inside, which is, subtitle for what 2020 was, trapped inside. Most of us were to some degree trapped inside. And that, was, I don't know that it was underreported because we had many other things going on at the time and still do, but a lot of people legit got trapped inside with people who are not good for them. Family members, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, children, adults, whatever. Grandparents, whomever. We now had to spend extensive amount of time around people who, under normal circumstances, we didn't see as often, we didn't interact with as often, and not that it made it more okay, but this definitely, coming out of 2020, put a big magnifying glass over the inner workings of domestic dysfunction for some people. And that could be what's going on here for some of you. So this could be a partnership in terms of marriage. This could be roommates. This could be, relationships between children and parents becoming more strained. And I'm not here to point fingers. I don't know who did what. I don't know what is quote unquote right and wrong in the situation. But I feel there's one side who is like, I don't see what the big deal is. Legit might be saying you're crying over spilled milk. You're making a big fuss out of nothing. And that's because, again, this person has connection, or they have some position of power where there are other people, again, the Queen of Wands that flipped out earlier and the Emperor a little bit ago, that basically would side with this person, protect this person perhaps. You know, the fact that that's all Wands energy and this is a solo Cups energy thus far shows loyalty, I suppose. Fire energy, and I'm not accusing fire signs, so please, you know, don't assign it to Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and like they're thick as thieves or something like that. We could be talking about another Capricorn. We could be talking about a freaking Pisces or a Gemini or anything, you know, any sign, okay? But there's this thick as thieves kind of energy coming through here, and this King of Wands is not making apologies about it and is standing by the choices that they're making, because in their mind there's nothing to stop them. This Three of Wands energy alongside with this King of Wands energy, or alongside the King of Wands, is giving me this I can't be stopped, I'm quite untouchable, fuck you and your feelings. You got a problem with me? That sounds like something you need to work on, because I feel this King of Wands is unrelenting. I feel that this King of Wands is in some ways unchangeable, decidedly unchangeable. So that can be read good and bad, because, you know, the other way that I can read this, just to be fair, because I don't want it to be, because remember, I use that word victim, but I don't know how deeply that can resonate with everybody, because sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. And this is going to sound like I'm blaming the victim, but, you know, and again, this is just me being empathic and the devil's advocate here. And you're a Capricorn devil's advocate, because devil is your card in the tarot. So let's say here that there is a loss. Let's go back to that, the job thing, because I think we can kind of, I think you're going to be able to see what I mean. Let's say someone loses their job, and someone over here stays employed, and, you know, they're bringing in money to help pay the bills and everything like that. Someone over here is just like, oh, I lost my job and I don't know what to do. And a lot of us can have our jobs, or a lot of our identity and our self-worth can be tied to our work. Capricorn, you know that. It's kind of your wheelhouse, right? And if someone hasn't had steady employment for a while, they lose themselves. They lose their sense of self, right? And so there's this need in some form or fashion to get out there, try it again. Don't give up on yourself. Losing the job, possibly because of the circumstances of 2020, totally out of your hands, is not a reflection on how you are as an individual contributor to the workplace, right? But someone might have that in their head and their confidence is shot. King of Wands is just like, well, let's keep going. Let's keep pressing towards the future. Let's not be daunted by this setback. And here we have this person who just is stewing and dwelling in the setback. The King of Wands, in this, again, you could argue this the opposite way, that this person is victimizing themselves consistently. And maybe the King of Wands possibly is giving a little bit of tough love. Come on. Like, okay, you know, I understand this was tough for you. I understand that this was difficult for you to deal with. But at the same time, we can't let this prevent us from paying the bills around here. We can't let things slip up because of the circumstances. So what can we do? You know, and that's the quote unquote benefit or the higher vibe of the King of Wands if we read him. And I say him only because there's a man on the card. We could be talking about a woman over here. But the higher vibration of that person is to not be daunted, to face a challenge, face adversity, and find a creative solution. So what has happened in people's personal lives who have lost jobs? You had a well-paying job that was steady and had insurance and all that kind of stuff. And in the meantime, you got laid off or whatever. So what do? All right, I guess I'm going to start driving deliveries and doing shit for Postmates. You know? I guess I'm going to become a pizza delivery boy even though I'm 38 years old. And that is not the end game, clearly, but it's a temporary solution. So that could be proposed, okay, I know this isn't what you want to do, or this isn't necessarily where your expertise is, but these people are hiring. And that was a huge thing that was going on. At least that I saw a couple of ads where jobs at like a CVS, a Walmart, Amazon distribution centers, legit popping up on my social media And other people's this like, hey, we're hiring. Not, arguably, the wages are a little, but at least they're saying it up front. We're looking for people. And so I feel, again, just to argue the devil's advocate side of things, as much as I said that this person could be telling this person, fuck your feelings, for the third time in the reading, no offense to anybody, but truly this could be some of their attitude, that also could be translated and tempered down a little bit into some tough love. Come on, let's get it together. Don't be defeated by this. The hyper aggressive and dismissive side of it, possibly coupled with making this person purposely a victim, is the screw your feelings, right? So let's see what else is going on here. I'm glad that I'm able to get a different energy, because it was a little dark to start, to be honest. That's why I had to snap my finger and tell them to not mess around with what was going on with my body, because that's not everybody's story. It's not that extreme, so to speak. Okay, so let's get further information here for you, Capricorn. What else is going on here for Capricorn? Please show me. And again, okay, just quickly, Three of Wands in the center. There is some future alignment, or at least there were future plans made between these two sides. Whether that's consistently still going on, or whether that's more relative to the past, or still talking about upcoming events. But there is this, we both invested in some type of dream, some type of vision, and potentiality for the future. We both thought things were going to go a certain way, but look at what happened. Reality done smacked that right out of our mutual heads. You get me? So let's see what else is going on here for Capricorn. Please show me. What else is happening here for Capricorn? Please show me. Eight of Cups. Gosh, come on. Nine of Swords. Okay. What's in the middle? Come on, fingernails. Work for me. Two of Swords. Okay. So, yeah. Now maybe things are getting a little shaken up on the King of Wands side, and that makes them all too unhappy. Going back to the first scenario or groupings of Capricorn, where this King of Wands is a little contentious, is a little adversarial, if not majorly adversarial to you. They're not happy because this is screwing with them. And I said that before, or I think I was alluding to it, but maybe it wasn't as explicit. Even though this person has connections and stuff like that, the fact that there's rocking of the boat is upsetting. The boat might not be going under. They might be able to sail and make it to shore, but the disturbance to the water, the disturbance to, the regularly scheduled programming is really pissing them off or really upsetting them in some type of way. I feel as though some of them, oh gosh, Jesus. In a very, 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 very telling move, they might begin to make themselves the victim in place of this person, even though they are the perpetrator of the problem. Okay? You get me? So I'm being the douchebag in the situation, and because I'm being made to feel in some way that people are bringing it to my attention. Hey, King of Wands, are you being a douchebag? Just questioning. This could be a question of integrity. This could be a question of truthfulness. This could be a question of whatever. And suddenly now the accusation, or even just the, well, maybe, that is coming this person's way, they immediately put up this front of, well, wait a minute, what about me? What about my feelings? What about my spilt milk? I've got spilt milk, to make themselves just as vulnerable as whomever they've made a victim out of. Does that make sense? And that is, oh gosh, it's a nightmare to them. If they have to, if this person has to play this game, basically if they're usually able to steamroll their way through a situation or excuse themselves out of a situation and kind of get one over on people on a regular basis, or one particular person on a consistent basis, and there are other people, or there's some reason for them to have to be held accountable or look at their own actions and sort of do an honest assessment of self. Not interested. Nine of Swords. Not interested in doing this self-assessment. That's a nightmare for this person. To be asked critical questions, either on their own, in their own mind, or by other people. What an invasion. Like, this is how they feel. I'm not sympathizing here. But this is how they feel. They feel invaded. They feel attacked. They feel that they are in some waking nightmare. And the only thing they know how to do is to make themselves look, again, like a victim. And it's for clout, it's a ploy, it's a tactic. It's not very sincere. If anything, it's more telling about a deeper wounding or deeper issue that this person has, possibly tied to a personality disorder. Okay, very seriously. Yeah, they're like very seriously. They're like very, very seriously. They keep saying this. Serious. So it's very serious that in at least one of your cases, you're dealing with someone who has an undiagnosed personality disorder or something relative to that. Emotional disorder. Maybe they have a substance abuse problem and that changes their biochemistry. I don't know. But there's something that is, oh, I did say that, didn't I? They're reminding me. Okay, for those who missed your live that I did last Saturday, in that, I think I mentioned at least a few times that there was someone in your energy, Capricorn, who is existing without questioning. Meaning, they have a problem. They do not question the problem because they don't acknowledge it as a problem. And thus they operate in very dysfunctional ways. And I think I was mentioning in that reading that they are kind of believing themselves to be above something or it's not going to affect them. Whatever people or other people are suspecting is the problem. Oh, I think I was talking about it specifically medically. Oh, you should get that checked out. Or, a doctor says, well, I advise this treatment. They're like, nah, I'm going to get a second opinion, or I'm going to move on and I'm going to find another doctor who's going to give me the treatment that I want. Someone here is being challenged to do things, in a way that they don't want to do them. Two of Swords. This person is being told by the universe, more than anything, to dig a little deeper, get to some truth, get to some clarity, and stop ignoring what is horribly wrong here. And this person is actually thinking the wrong thing is wrong. The wrong thing is wrong. This person is casting blame in the wrong directions. This person doesn't have accountability. So, another way to put it, a bully is saying that they're being bullied. And instead of acknowledging, hey, maybe I'm being a little bit of a bully, or maybe I used that word earlier over here about own worst enemy or something like that, or something like that, I think I said. This person also does that. And maybe that's why there's a connection point between the two, is that they both might regularly point the finger at others or point the finger at the circumstance around them instead of taking on personal accountability, right? Regardless of where you are, Capricorn, this is a mess. This is a big old mess. And it will continue to be a mess because I feel between the 5 and the 8 of Cups, this is a cycle. This is a regularly scheduled thing that happens in a person's life, even if different players are shifted in and out, even if the circumstances change, right? So this could be someone somewhere in the story who chronically gets fired from jobs, who repeatedly loses friends and family members out of their life. This is someone who regularly, or this is a pairing of people who regularly get into some type of altercation or emotional setback is what they keep saying, or something like that. Emotional roller coaster, I suppose, is more what they're trying to say. And okay, let's use that. That's absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Think of going on a roller coaster. I don't know about you, roller coasters are cool, but if you tell me to go on a roller coaster 10 times in a row, I'm gonna pass on that. I'm gonna say no, because that's not good for my body. Your body, my body, anybody's body, for the most part. 10 roller coaster rides in a row. Not to say you're going to have like long lasting effects. You might, but it's not going to be the most fun day you spend at the amusement park. Like, go get some funnel cake and sit the fuck down and, or go on the merry-go-round or do something else. You know what I mean? But this, all this emotional turmoil and doing it again and 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 again, cycles here with this 8 and this 5 of cups. So this is some type of emotional roller coaster that 2 or more people, but particularly 2 people, continue to participate in, and they both to a certain extent don't know why they're having such an awful time. Maybe you should stop doing that. And that's what the 8 of Cups is about. Maybe you should stop doing that. You're not happy with what it is and how it is, then why do you keep doing it? And when I use this deck and I see this gentleman who's shipwrecked, and he's very upset at the destruction of his ship and the loss of these cups, but what is he doing? Just sitting there. What's going on here? Just sitting there. And again, I'm not here to point fingers or anything like that, but like, come on. Personal accountability. Personal realization. I'm in a toxic relationship. I'm in a toxic situation. I'm in a codependent relationship. I'm in a codependent situation. I'm dealing with a demonstrative, controlling nut job or whatever. Whatever. Let's get real about it. But they're here in the middle is preventative thought. Blockage. Both sides, to their own extents, are incredibly blocked. This is spiritual constipation, baby. You need a laxative. Okay? Let's get some advice and close this out, because I don't see either side making any move to stop this, because it's perceived to be normal. And one side, just a tad more than the other, is reaping the benefits. So what's their motivation? Misery loves company. If we're talking about somebody who has some type of disorder, who has some type of mental or emotional disorder, and they get off on it, some people, again, misery loves company. Some people love that. You're not happy? Perfect. That makes me happy. So what's the solution here? Not the solution. What's the advice here for Capricorn? What is the advice here for Capricorn? Please show me. Ooh, I don't like that. That's really a big deal. Someone loves that someone else is miserable. That brings them joy. That brings them pleasure. That's a fucking psychopath or a sociopath or something. I'm not an expert, not a doctor, but that's what that sounds like to me, very generally speaking. Do not take this as, certifiable advice. But Jesus, I really don't like that energy. What is the advice here? I want to end this reading. No offense to you, but this is, nope. 8 of Wands. All right. I like that. Because it's what the hell I was saying. Take some action, my friends. Make decisive actions. If you're watching this, whether you're a Capricorn or not, this could be for a cross watcher. Whoever's looking for a solution, whoever wants to know what is the advice, here it is. Do something. Be about it. Be about it. I feel here there is... I feel it because I resonate with this energy, and I'm not sure that everybody has access to this. But what I feel that this is understanding your power. This is understanding your own ability to accomplish, to perform, to experience. As hard as it might be, as difficult as it might be to even have a conversation about what all this is, you best have that conversation. And somebody here is nervous to do that because it might implicate them. It might make them seem, like I said before, weaker or more of a victim or something like that. And they don't want it hurts their pride. It hurts their ego. It hurts their standing, whatever. It hurts their credibility in some type of way. Maybe. But damn it, if you own it and you use it deliberately, the power of the 8 of Wands, if you use it deliberately, you can hit the right target. you can hit the right outcome, the right goal. And what is the goal here? This is all mess. And if you don't want mess, you have to do the work to clean it up. And some of you, the crucial part is to have a conversation or to take decisive action that is somehow triggered or somehow beneficial or aided by a conversation, aided by open communication. This is holding nothing back. This is, all intents and purposes, shots fired. So I don't know what that means to you, Capricorn. I hope that makes sense. That's your reading for mid-January. If you like this reading, if it resonates with you, please hit the like button. Please leave a comment. That'd be super cool. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Guys, I'll be back soon with those February readings. I might be doing something new come around February to the channel, so be on the lookout for that. Again, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you can see that. And if you want to get at me for a personal reading, that information will be down in the description box below, okay? Capricorn, I thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.